Hi, I'm Suzanne Titkemeyer. I used to write for No Longer Quivering and was a Pathos blog, just do my own thing. And part of my own thing is I'm working on a book called How Not to Move to Costa Rica about my experience moving to Costa Rica because there's been so many people that have written books that aren't necessarily really truthful. Things change, situations change. We're in a time of great change here in Costa Rica because of the pandemic. So some things that were true in the past are definitely not true now. And things may shift again. I'm expecting that they will until this pandemic is dead. Today, I have to talk about something negative. But why bring it up? Because nobody covers this in their books. And I've seen this trip people up when they come here. Bugs. Costa Rica has a plethora of wildlife, everything you could imagine, everything you could want. They also have every kind of bug you could imagine. Little, big. Well, maybe not that big. I've seen so far since I've been here this big. And those are the giant grasshoppers and the tarantulas. The tarantula wandered into my house during a hurricane when I had all the doors and windows open. And I just persuaded him out with a dishpan. Oh, with a good morning. Good morning. I hate bugs too. But the thing is, if you move here and you're not prepared for the bugs and you think it's going to be perfect and all, you're in for a rude awakening. If you're a person like me where you don't really like bugs, but you don't are not going to freak out if you run across a tarantula on your floor in a hurricane, you're just going to scoop it into your um, broom pan and just persuade it to go outside, you'll do well here. If you're somebody, yeah, for a lot of people, that is a huge negative, which is why I'm bringing it up because nobody talks about this. The bug situation here can really be problematic for a lot of people. For us, the only really problematic side is my husband was not raised in a tropical environment. He was not raised in South Louisiana like I, the doctor, and had them drained. That is going to be a reality here if you're not acclimated to that. I was raised in South Louisiana, therefore I get almost no bug bites here, and I almost never get infected ones. He does. Now I got a whopper of an infected one right now that I probably should go to the doctor for, but I have muprosin and I have that surgical strep stuff, so I'm not going. I'm just going to take care of it on my own, like I do every other time I get bit or whatever. But the bug situation here, the good news is there are good exterminators. We've had the exterminators come out and spray for termites. We've had them come out and spray for ants because those little sugar ants are still a problem here. I don't have a clue what bit me, and it was a tiny, tiny, tiny bite. It got infected like these things will do. I popped it, drained it. It was looking better, put some antibiotic ointment on it, and went on my way. Last night, I was talking to my daughter on the phone, and all of a sudden, I felt something, looked down, and it had popped again. It was separating everywhere. I had to go take care of that. So now I have this huge, nasty open wound that I probably should go get the doctor to look at. But that is one of the problems with bugs here. If you're going to live here, you're going to get those crazy bug bites. You're going to get the occasional infection. That's why it's important to have health insurance. That's why it's important to have a regular doctor. Most of the private clinics here, you can walk into 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get treated right away. If you're a resident and you have CAHA, it's a little more complicated. If you go to the CAHA, you're going to be waiting. You may not get treated for quite some time. So if you're an expat here, the way to go is private insurance, private clinic. Even if you become a resident and you have to pay your CAHA health insurance to Costa Rica every month, I wouldn't use CAHA. Most everybody I know is having surgeries and various things avoids CAHA and goes to the private clinics. It's just kind of how it goes here. You just pay up front. So this thing is pretty large. It's under my bra. And like I said, caused by a bug. And I don't even have a clue which one. So if you're somebody that squeaks out of blood bugs and freaks out, this is not going to be the place for you. I have seen people come get settled by a house, the whole 9 yards, and then leave because they can't handle the bugs. It's a problem here. I seem like I have a can of bug spray in my hand more often than I would like, but if you can handle bugs, and this is another reason why I love having bats in my yard. Bats are wonderful for eating bugs. I have a colony of bats that lives in one of the mango trees. I see them every night at sunset when they come out. I'm always crossing my fingers and saying, "Go get them, go get them, go get them." So that's all about bugs. Just be careful. Use your. I guess the lesson learned here is that if you're going to be to avoid the beach is not such a bad thing. But